Thanks for having us. So we wrote sorry, we wrote each other postcards. We did this once before, and Rebecca read what I'd sent her, and I read what she sent me, and that felt really confusing. So this time I'm going to read what I sent her, and she's going to read what she sent me, which might also be confusing, but at least in a different way. Dear Rebecca, I wish the past were like a fussy cushion which we could plump up and then sit on like we think we can, rather than just being so much exhaustible nothing. Do you like the pig on the verso? It made me think of you, that wasp in her tiny sombrero, and those chocolate capybaras, so random, so wrong. Apropos your problem, have you tried horseradish? Just a soupçon on the corner of a handkerchief and some old-fashioned elbow grease. I think it might help. Also, good luck with the court case, you're going to need it. By the time you get this, I'll be dead, so to speak. Love, M.
Dear Mark, I hope not dead, so to speak, or otherwise. The past is a waste of my time and yours. No need to trouble your pretty head about it. You were always so sharp. Don't disappoint me, amigo. Not like that time with the nativity scene. Did we ever finish that conversation re the various approaches to hand-holding? I've had some new thoughts you'll no doubt be furious about. A weird thing, I've stopped reading the news, and other parts of my life are changing. I had a thought about your thing for seahorses. In the reading of Coffee Grains, the shape of a seahorse symbolises the love of your life. Think about it. P.S. How like a horse's dick is a horseradish? And problem went away. The power of positive thinking, if you can believe it. Of course you can't, and you're right. Yours are.
My dear horseradish. Can I call you horseradish? Well, I am furious. Seahorses have no hands, do they? Doubly so. They don't have one on each side. They have absences of hands instead, two hideous deformities at which we cannot help but stare. And horses don't have hands either, do they, apart from as measurements? They have hooves instead, those grotesque and thick single fingernails that seem to advertise a hopeless inability to type or play piano, with any virtuosity at least. How appalling is creation, how chock-a-block with mockery, and how like you, like the princess and the princess and the pea, to find a penis secreted in my horseradish. By the way, I hope you don't mind, we visited that quaint little restaurant by the pine forest today, and I had seahorse as a first course, and then I had diarrhea. I wish you were here.
Dear Beast, it's been a long time, I'm sorry. The flood, then the snow that just lay there. All the while me thinking I might start to grow moss in this house, green water up to my ankles. Do people talk about anything but winter these days? I've thought of you, you know, I'm embarrassed to say. Your face in a tree knot, your smell in a new room, and other such bullshit it seems I'm capable of. You know seahorses prefer to swim in pairs with their tails linked. It occurred to me that reading you in anything but the couplet form would be so strange, like an ice cream with no clothes on. The princess in The Princess and the Pea wakes up black and blue the next morning. Why must women suffer these physical horrors, even in stories? Enough. Next time I'll be more cheerful. Love, H.
Dear Hoo-Ha, I have a confession to make. That knot in the wood that looked like my face, guess what? It was my face. That was me dressed up as a plank. I watched you peer down at me, your eyes two inquisitive fish in two bowls. Your nose almost touched mine, and I feared myself found out. I feared you'd hear the sap as it rose beneath the woody veneer. And then that me-like smell in the new room you noticed, well, that was me too. Disguised as a harpsichord, surely you knew. Surely you noticed me stifle a sneeze when you tickled my ivory so nicely you teased, you nice drone. Cheer up, dear H. Winter is horrid, I know, but it passes in spring, and then it's summer, and then autumn, and then it's winter again, and then spring, and then summer, and autumn, and so on till we're dead. Oh dear, now I'm miserable too. Keep your pecker up, H, and I shall endeavour to mine. B.
Dear B is for banana. You've been following me around my entire life, you bastard. You saucy double agent. I realise at just this very second that you walk like a ghost. All these years and I've never heard you approach me, you're always just there. Like one day a tree has fruit. One day I'll catch you, maybe you'll turn to stone. You may as well know that I'm dying in the metaphysical sense. The verso is a pic of me underwater, drowned. Can you make out my yellow hair? I worry that telling you this way is both melodramatic and not dramatic enough. Take the dog to the pier and think about it, then let me know. Adios. H is for histrionics.